If the other two lists I made didn't piss you off and you haven't blocked me yet, hi and welcome back. Welcome to part 3 of socially acceptable forms of internalized misogyny in women. If you didn't block me previously, this is probably going to be the list that does it. If you actually patiently listened as I counted off each number in the previous 2 lists, this is the one where you're going to stop at 1, stop listening, and get defensive. So before we start, just know, I don't argue, I just block. But if you still got to get all that anger out of your system, do it. I'm just going to delete it and block it, but good for you anyway. So let's go. Number 1, if you see a woman that's made up, she has her hair, her nails done, a nice outfit, makeup, and you feel the need to say, oh, I'm glad I don't have to wear all that makeup. Or you say something like, I don't care about my hair. I don't care about all that shit. I don't care about looking nice. I don't care comparing yourself to her because you're not like other girls. Yeah, I am going to probably get this engraved on a t-shirt, but we are all like other girls. To men and patriarchy, we are on an even playing field. So if she wants to look like Barbie and you want to look like Oscar the Grouch, that's both of y'all's business. But to men, we're all the same, not to be respected as far as they're concerned. As a matter of fact, the reason you're probably putting her down is because you're jealous. I'm sorry, it's the truth though. Instead of hating on her, just say, you know what, I wish I had the time to do this. I wish I had the skill to do it, and appreciate that shit. Makeup and fashion is actually an art. And you especially shouldn't be saying shit like that if you consider yourself a feminist. Which leads me to point number 2, referring to things that are popular amongst women as basic. Men do this shit to us all the fucking time. If you like movies with mostly women in the cast, if you like Starbucks, if you like the color pink, if you like frilly things, it's always labeled as basic. But the shit men like is always just normal. Football, basketball, hunting. Nobody makes fun of that shit. There's no reason why a woman should apologize for liking things that are popular amongst women. You are not special because you don't like those particular things. Number 3, your standards are higher for the women in your life than they are for men. If you and your friends have a basic misunderstanding, you will block that bitch and never speak to her again. But a guy you just met can ghost you and pop back up 3 months later, and you will literally beg for him to simply text you back. You will keep him around. You will let him move in. You will co-sign your life away to get him set up. But if you and your best friend can't agree on what to have for lunch, you think that you guys just shouldn't be friends anymore. You let him run up your credit and flirt with your daughter, but your best friend who tried to tell you that he's no good, she's trash. Number 4, you're a male apologist and devil's advocate. He only acts this way because it's so hard to be a man. He only acts this way because his parents raised him this way. He only acts this way because his mom raised him this way. When women fuck up and make mistakes, you're a grown-ass woman, you should know better. We don't get that same grace, but we look for and make up excuses as to why men do the shitty fucking things that they do. It's just so hard for us to hold them accountable. God forbid we hold them accountable for anything. 5 and 6, if you're still here, you're probably going to block me for 5 and 6. I feel it coming. 5 and 6, obsession with the gender of your baby. 6, you want a boy to do boy stuff and a girl to do girl stuff. There's nothing wrong with pink, glitter, lace, and ballet. There's nothing wrong with hunting and army toys and monster trucks and all that shit. But it's never crossed your mind that your little girl might want to play with the trucks and your little boy might want to do the lacy and ballet stuff? Your daughter isn't even born yet and you're already marrying her off to somebody and fantasizing about her wedding day. What if she doesn't want to get married? What if she wants to marry someone of the same sex? You dream about your son just loving and adoring and protecting his mom. You do know he's not your boyfriend, right? But what if your son grows up to fucking hate you? Then what? Your baby is not a fucking dress-up doll. It's a person who will grow up to have its own identity. Why are you projecting what you want onto it? Next one! Which leads me to number 7, gender roles. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this one. Oh my gosh, I feel it coming. You think that a woman's job is in the kitchen and a man's job is in the yard. Yeah, that's one thing that my dad didn't raise me. I was mowing the lawn, I was doing dishes, he was mowing the lawn, he was doing dishes. He raised me to be able to do everything, and he also did everything. Now, I will say this. As far as a man having to make more money than you, I do require that they make equal to or more than me, just simply because this is the way society is set up, and men are just, because of the pressure to out-earn you and to be the provider, if they don't make more money than you or equal to you, they're just miserable to fucking be around. But the expectation for them to make more, be rich, and be a provider, that's rooted in patriarchy. A lot of the shit that we're doing is so unnatural. That's why it's a fight in order to uphold it. And that's why people get so angry and defensive when you try to open their eyes and tear this shit down. Now, don't get me fucked up. I'm not making excuses for these men's behavior here. But a lot of men do the shitty shit that they do because there's so much pressure on them to fulfill this idea of protector and provider. And the way the job market is set up, women are becoming more independent. It's harder for them to do that. So they just go around fucking people's lives up, being bitter, angry, and manipulative. But then again, if men would simply join the fight to dismantle this fucked up patriarchy, it would be easy for them to admit, you know what? I can't do it all. I can't juggle the weight of the world on my shoulders. I am not a fucking knight in shining armor. I am fucking Chad, and I am doing the best I can. But since they put all the pressure on themselves to be these big bad protectors and providers, now they have to live up to those standards, unfortunately. What'd y'all think of the list? Did you block me yet? Are you still here?